Welcome back to the video tutorials, and in this tutorial we are going to go ahead and review how to pull out-of-state owners of second properties that they may own, such as rental properties. And we are going to have a certain system that's really easy to go ahead and export the correct information that you're going to need to export to an Excel spreadsheet so that we can pull that up and send marketing to these owners. So let's go ahead and start off by logging in to realtrax.net. So let's go ahead and do that now. Once you're logged in, go ahead and go to tax at the top, CRS tax system, and let's bring that open. Go ahead and click on labels and export tab. Go ahead and click on select a geographic area, and from there you want to make sure you have the correct county selected. For this one, we're going to do Davidson and enter zip code. We're going to always give you a zip code that you're going to need to use for the specific mailing that we're doing. So in this case, let's just take an example. We tell you to do 37013. You want to go ahead and click add to that, bring that over, and then number 2, proceed to your second step here. And from here, you want to make sure to go 5 years back. We want to make sure that it's 5 years or later that the last sale date has taken place. That way, hopefully the seller has some equity in their property, or not the seller, the owner at this point has equity in their property. We're hoping they're going to sell and that we can purchase a property from them. But so right now it's 9/19 of 2013. So I just went 9/19/2008. That took me 5 years back, and anything before that is perfectly fine. Last sales price, we want to go 150,000 or less that we're purchasing at this point anyways. And then on owner type, you want to go absentee owner. Make sure out-of-state owner is selected. The main candidates that we're going after here that would possibly make sense and work out are out-of-state owners. That gives us the highest chance of finding someone who would actually sell to us. And so from this, select improvement type. I always make sure to have single fam and residential duplex selected. So out of this list, you want to go to single fam, which that would have been, bring it over. And with this list, you don't even have to worry about it. So just make sure single fam and res duplex is over there. For number of bedrooms, we want to make sure that it's at least a 2-bedroom. So you want to make sure that 2 is selected right here. And you want to go ahead and check this box to limit property type to residential. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and proceed to the next step. So from here, you're going to see a nice long list. You know, if you see any banks over here, you know, people like that own properties, you can take those out. We would really appreciate it. It helps in our search. You don't have to, but if you do, you want to make sure that you select whichever one it is that you don't want to keep, and then just remove. So that way it doesn't remove the whole thing. Or, you know, if you keep, you know, I've messed up before, that's how I know this, but I would select this and then keep, and it only would keep that one. So after you have your list the way that you want it, you want to go ahead and to proceed to the third step. And from here, the only thing you want to make sure on this is to not skip the records. You want to skip records with no zip code. So we want to make sure that it, if it doesn't have a zip code, we need to make sure that it skips it. And that's just for mailing purposes. Remove exact duplicates, keep that checked. Sort by, I always like to do owner's last or owner's name, so go ahead and do that. And for this, you can keep that first name, individual's owner's address, and the rest of this you can keep. The only thing you want to change here, so that we make sure we have all of the information that we need on the Excel spreadsheet, is you want to go to property data, Excel. And if you ever have any questions, the one thing that we're going to need is we need to have the owner's address that we're going to mail to, and then we also need to have the property address, which is the second address that we're actually trying to purchase. So we're trying to purchase this address, but we're mailing our marketing to this address, owner's address right here. So if you ever have any questions, you'll see with addresses, Excel, it's not going to have the property address, just the mailing address, I think. It's one or the other, but we need both of them. So you can always click that question mark. As long as it has both of those on the Excel, you know you're at the right one. Then you would just simply click Export Files. I'm not going to do that because we only have this many exports remaining for the month. But once you do that, you would save it to the Dropbox. And here's how you would save it. You would go to in the Dropbox Integrity or IF Investment folder, and then from there Marketing Materials. and from there marketing, and then absentee owners or investing side, and then absentee owners. But from here, CRS list pool, that's what this is, CRS. And the month folder that's appropriate for when you pulled it, and then you would just save it as the zip code. So you can see that one's already been done, 372216. So that's pretty much it with this tutorial. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. We'll make sure that you're on the right direction, and we do appreciate it. Take care.